And I
Yeah.
remember someone saying to me years ago, you have to have plenty of time.
Oh, yeah.
So if you have time and the patience and the interest, you
Yes.
have to have the interest.
This is Don't Fear Grit with Tower Mina. Marketing strategies and advertising technologies to help you build a better business.
Hey guys, and welcome back in the studio. Staying on topic lately, just because it is a really hot topic, is real estate. And I brought in another real estate agent from the community who is a veteran of the real estate market. I'm going to bring her to the stage right now. Welcome to the studio. Welcome to the show, Veronica.
Yeah, hi there, Rob. Thank you very much.
Oh, absolutely. Great to have you here. Do me a favor. Let everyone know who you are, what place that you represent, all that good stuff.
All right. Thank you. I'm Veronica Mannarino. I work with Douglas Elliman Real Estate in the Smithtown office, but we cover all of Long Island.
Incredible. Now,
Yes.
I know with a lot of real estate agents around the company that they hop around. They hop around to different firms and whatnot. That does not apply to you, though. How long have you been with this one place?
I have been with them for 17 years.
17 years.
Plus.
All right. So, what is the secret to staying in one place for that long? That's amazing.
Well, they are a wonderful company. So I could have gone anywhere I wanted. And when I do speak with people out in the field and in the community, and they ask me, I do say I could go anywhere, but I chose to stay with Douglas Elliman.
Incredible. Now, do you also live in this community here?
Yes, I do.
All right. So you know it well.
I do.
This is not just work for you. This is home for you as well. So
Yes.
you're personally have a vested interest into this community.
Yes, my children were raised
Wow.
there. I've been here over 30 years.
Okay. So we have a global audience. So for our global audience, people who are not from this particular area, we're talking about an area of Long Island, New York, which is right outside of Manhattan. And this is a part of the community in Suffolk County. And the North Shore of Long Island is a really affluent community. And I would call the greater Smithtown part of the North Shore. Would you agree?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. So, we have a really great community here, a wonderful group of people, and I would argue that it's one of the most beautiful places in the world.
Oh, I agree with you.
Yeah.
It is gorgeous.
It is. Separate from real estate, and this is maybe still on the topic of real estate, what would you say is some of the most beautiful places in and around this community?
Well, one thing I love is that we're surrounded by parks. We've got Blydenburg County Park, Caleb Smith State Park. So hundreds of acres surrounding us, full of trails and hiking and beaches. We've got beaches and lots of golfing. So much to do here.
Yeah. And the restaurant scene is second really to none.
It really is the
honestly.
best.
Yeah. I mean, you don't even have to venture to New York City to get a high-end restaurant, good quality restaurant. Even if you just take the one town of Smithtown itself, I think there's a tremendous amount of wonderful restaurants. I feel like I can go to one every single day and for an entire year and go to a brand new one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I know.
It
And
really
I'm
is
finding
great.
out about new ones all the time.
All the time, which is great. This place is flourishing. So it is a really great community. Now let's get back into real estate. I want to dive deep a little bit. Being that you are a veteran, first let's discuss, and this is maybe going to be helpful to people that are interested maybe in getting involved with real estate. How does someone get involved with real estate? Can they just wake up and be like, today I'm going to become a real estate agent? What does that process look like?
Well, I always told myself, and I've told other new agents, that it's a kind of tippy-toeing process. It's like building a snowman. And don't venture off and expect too much all at once. You have to do a little bit at a time and build yourself up. And it's not going to happen overnight.
Yeah.
So it took me maybe a full year.
Yeah. Patience is the game here.
Yes. And I remember someone saying to me years ago, you have to have plenty of time.
Oh, yeah.
So if you have time and the patience and the interest,
Yes.
you have to have the interest.
Yeah.
And it helps to be a people person.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's not a traditional job. It's not a 9 to 5er. You need to be accessible, before 9 and after 5.
And 7 days a week.
And 7 days a week, exactly, because, houses are moving all the time, and both buyers and sellers have questions and need a real estate agent to guide them through that process. Now, is there any certifications that are required to become a real estate agent? What does that look like?
I believe now it's 72 hours of class.
Oh, wow. Okay.
72. And then
So you got to go back to school.
yeah.
So you got to go back to school. But unlike high school and college, it's just 72 hours
So you could
versus being a
spread it
slave for
out.
4 years.
Yeah, you could do it over the computer.
Yeah.
You could do it in a classroom.
Yes.
I myself preferred the classroom. I wanted to be there live
Absolutely.
and hear the stories and
Yes.
not just read and read. So I did this 18 years ago when my youngest child was going to kindergarten.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what, I'm going to start off slow. If I sell one house in the year, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
And then the next year I said, if I sell
Just
houses,
two, right.
I'll be happy.
And sure enough, 17 years later,
Took off.
you've sold a little bit more than two at this
Yes.
point, right?
Yeah.
Now, a little unknown fact about me is, number one, I actually, oddly enough, I have an interest in taking certification exams. I don't know why, but I do. And years ago, I took a real estate class. I took the certification thing. I got licensed and all that stuff. Not because I had interest actually becoming a real estate agent. I just wanted to go through the process and learn. So I did get my real estate license. Very few people know that about me, but I'm confessing it to you now. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and it's great to be able to learn about that entire market. And for me, it's really benefited me as a real estate investor, having that knowledge, having that background, because they really take you through the details of real estate.
But you also learn by doing.
Oh, 100%.
Well, that's how I learn.
Well, hence why I took the class. I remember I didn't take the class because I wanted to become a real estate agent. I learned by doing, just like you're saying, right? So I got the exam. I took the exam. I passed it because I wanted to become a real estate investor. So I like doing. I agree with you. Nothing can actually take the place of actually just doing something, experience over anything else. Yeah. You know, I don't want to make an argument that for I'm not against education in its entirety, right? But yes, I think that action experience is incredible. I mean, I'm sure. Look at you guys now. Talking about your office here, when you're looking to hire and bring on new agents. This is actually, I'm glad you brought this up as far as the experience component of it. Do you look for people with experience, or can you be completely green and you'll take them on?
Oh, absolutely. We welcome everyone.
Yeah.
And we show them the ropes, and I always felt it was very important for someone to have a mentor.
Yeah.
So someone that maybe you get along with, that you like in the office, you look up to, and that person can oversee and really help you. And then you learn by going through the trenches.
Exactly.
You learn through mistakes.
Yeah. So you guys are really open to training people and helping them out, giving them opportunity. That's amazing.
And we can spot someone
You
right
can spot
away.
talent.
Yes.
Yeah, you've been doing it long enough. You get it.
Yes.
Yeah. Now let's talk a little bit about what you had said earlier. You were saying, being a people person is something that helps, that has helped you. Mm-hmm. Why is it that having that sort of traits, being, a people person, how can that benefit you as a real estate agent?
Well, I'll just say that every agent is different. Every person is different.
Yeah.
So it's what worked for me.
Yeah.
I'm just very friendly.
Yeah.
And people know me over the years, and I'm just try to be a nice person.
Yeah.
But not everybody is that way. Some people are very business-like.
Yes.
It's just business, cut and dry. But it's a relationship business.
Yes.
So I have many relationships, many friends.
Yes.
And it took years for people to remember that Veronica is an agent.
Yes.
Veronica's in real estate.
Yeah.
You have to build that up.
Yeah.
But I have even my relatives and friends, and you don't want to saturate it and overdo it and stuff it down their throats. You just want to be yourself.
Yeah.
And friendly and nice,
Yes.
and eventually it all comes back.
It does. Yeah. We talk a lot about personal branding here. I actually wrote and I teach a course on personal branding. And here's the big thing. Personal branding is 4 things that you just understand naturally. Number 1, they have to know who you are. They have to know what you do, where you do it, and how to contact you. And at its core is, in order to successfully do all 4, you have to be open to talking about it and being friendly, being kind, being out there. And you just naturally get that because that's just you. That's in your DNA, apparently.
Yeah, I guess so. I hope so. But I love everybody.
Yeah.
And I can see the best in every single person. So hopefully that comes out because it's me.
Yeah. Now, obviously, we come, I own an advertising agency called Talk IQ Media. So we come from a techie background, trying to automate everything, right? Have you seen, even though we're sort of at this incredible point where technology is so advanced, have you seen though now we might be embracing technology, but we're getting back to the root of people, flesh on flesh, people getting together, and you can't automate human beings, right? So are you seeing that getting back to the human connection?
Absolutely. Some people don't see that and they think they can just be very techy, but I love a handwritten note.
Yeah.
And I'm just, I like that face-to-face
Yes.
connection.
Sure.
I hate being on Zoom and telephone calls.
Yes. Yeah. Zoom, obviously, we've gone through a challenging 2020, and the challenges forced everyone to start embracing things like Zoom. And at first it was convenient, right? And it was great. But I think many people feel this way, that maybe after the first few months of everyone Zooming, they were like, man, I just want to see people. Zoom is great. Yes, it is convenient. I could do this from the comfort of my own home, but there's something to say about being able to see someone in person. And I think people were getting a little stir crazy at first.
Yeah. Well, I love a nice mixture.
Yes.
So a little bit of Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit of phone calls.
Oh, absolutely.
And there are days I'm on the phone all day long, just chit-chatting, because it's keeping the conversations going.
Yes.
And checking in on people and writing a little note.
Yeah.
And that's just me.
Yeah.
The technology, actually, I hate. I find it a little tough.
But you don't hate it to the point where you don't use it.
Well, I have to use
Yes.
it, and a lot of it's wonderful and very,
Yes.
very helpful.
Yeah.
But when you're all technology, so I do love the
Yes.
interaction.
Yeah.
But, it's hard. You can't go to people's doors right now
Yeah,
and knock on the door.
Of course,
and,
of course.
They don't want to see someone standing there with a mask on.
Yeah. I mean,
at their front
technology
door.
afforded people like you the opportunity to still work. Without it, it would have been catastrophic for people in that industry.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
That is
It's
a good
great.
thing. Now, as far as first point of contact, and I'll define that for you in a second, but a customer, a client, will define them either as a buyer or a seller. What are you seeing? When is that first point of contact as far as what they prefer? Are you saying buyers and sellers, that first time that you get to speak with them, are they reaching out to you, or are they preferring to be reached out through like text messaging first? Or are they saying, no, I want to schedule a meeting, I want to come into your office? So what is that trend right now?
Everyone is different. So the younger clients
Yes.
who contact me will text me. Sometimes it's all text. Very rarely can you get them on the phone.
Yes.
Or email.
Yeah.
And I like to get people on the phone. I want
Yes.
to talk to them. So the older clients, seniors, everything
Yes.
is definitely by telephone.
Gotcha.
And
Yeah.
there have been seniors I've had to pick up in my car
Is that
and
right?
drive them to see houses.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So each one is so different,
Yes.
and their needs are different, and you have to be able to figure out where they're coming from.
Absolutely.
And see what they need and
Yes.
ask them what they need. And you could pick it up if you have that way about you. Like I
Yes.
could pick up right away.
Yes. Yeah, I think that in your industry, in the real estate world, it is so important to have a balanced hybrid approach, because the market doesn't represent one demographic of people. The market is everyone, right? There are people that are retired who are still buying and selling homes, right? And there are first-time home buyers who just got married, who have little kids, who are also buying and selling homes. And to just focus on one, I think, is a limit in your industry. If you guys listen back to a lot of my episodes, I talk often about finding a niche, being specific, being focused. But in this case, your niche is real estate. Niche should be geographic territory. And if you limit yourself, I'm only going to go after 25-year-olds. You're going to find it to be a very hard game, because you're limiting the market share that way. And so you need a balanced approach as a real estate agent at a firm to be able to talk with everyone. So that means also embracing technology, though, like you have. Even maybe it was a challenge at first, and you embrace it. So let's talk about the results, because that's all that people really care about. Now, this year has been, for some people, an anomaly. Tell us right now, to date, we're recording this. This is in, what month are we in? November, right? We're in November of 2020. To date, how many homes have you sold?
To date, about 18.
18 homes.
18 transactions, we call it.
18 transactions. All right, that's important. I want to get the verbiage right. Now, you have 18 transactions to date, and I want to give everyone some perspective here. Is that January to November? Or when are you calculating those numbers?
Well, for me, it was very slow in the winter.
Yeah.
And once this COVID started.
Everything shut down.
Yes.
Yes.
So then it was kind of scary.
Yes.
And about April 1st, all of a sudden my phones were ringing. And it was very, very, very busy from April until now.
Yes.
And the year hasn't ended yet.
So that hot market, it started very quickly. It wasn't like a gradual trend.
No, it was a little trickle in April.
Okay.
But by May, very
It was
busy.
hot.
7 days a week we were
Oh, my
working.
gosh.
Many of us were.
All right, so you sold, so that you had 18 transactions really, April to November. That's incredible, right? Now, if you could just inform our audience, the average real estate agent, how many homes do they sell a year?
Maybe 5,
Right,
3.
exactly. So I knew that. I wanted everyone to know, and I wanted you to tell them that. Most real estate agents are selling 3 to 5 who are doing this as a job, right? The fact that you've moved 18 from April to now is extraordinary. The year's not even over yet, and you're probably going to break a record or something.
Yeah, it was a great year,
Yeah.
and I'm very happy with it, and I definitely feel there's still a month and a half to go.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, you're going to be well into the 20s, without a doubt. That's great. So the office, I'm sure, is rocking and rolling, and if we were allowed to have Christmas parties, I'm sure it would have been amazing, right?
I know. We had a virtual celebration
Oh, you did.
of all our awards so far.
Yeah. So, all right, you brought up the word virtual, and we'll close soon with this. But I'm curious, how have you guys embraced this whole virtual world, and what have you seen virtually that has helped you guys the most?
Well, when you're in real estate, if you're with a great company,
Yeah.
they will do so much. So Douglas Elliman did supply so many wonderful virtual classes every single day, at least 5 to 10 classes.
Wow.
We did many meetings online. In fact, every week we're welcome to a few agents if they wanted to go into the office, just a few, maybe like 4. Otherwise, we could do our meetings virtually, which many of us do.
Yeah.
And classes.
Yeah.
And I'm a learner.
Yes.
I'm always looking to learn. It
Yes.
doesn't even have to be through my company. I'm always taking classes and learning what the trends are and where we're headed, where's the market headed,
Yeah.
and trying to learn and embrace it. And
Yeah.
just, you
Incredible.
never can stop learning.
No. Have you been meeting with clients virtually, but specifically not just a hello to find out who they are, but are you doing virtual walkthroughs of homes with clients?
Some agents are.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I have to be out there
Yes.
and in front of
Yeah.
people, and I like to see people, but we do everything very safely and carefully, and we'll only allow 1 or 2 people in a
Yes.
house at one time. We wear our masks,
That's important.
and we keep our distance.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, they enjoy going to see the house in
Oh,
person.
of course.
I have had a couple of sales that people bought without even seeing the house.
You're kidding. I was actually just going to say, like, who's going to buy a $500,000 house without seeing it? But you're saying it's happened?
Yeah, it's happened.
This year?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't mind me asking, without disclosing who they are, where were they coming from?
Florida.
Wait a minute, what? Normally it's the other way around. People leave New York to go to
Well,
Florida.
this was for summer house.
Oh, okay, I understand. Wow, so sight unseen.
Yeah. Well, they trusted me.
Yes,
To
okay.
go through
Was there
the
already a
property.
relationship there?
Yes.
Ah, see, getting back to the importance of relationship.
Yes.
Yeah, building that personal brand, building that trust.
And some people, they knew the street that they wanted,
Okay.
the location that they wanted. So when
Yes.
something came up,
Yeah.
they grabbed it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's wonderful. All right, just a couple more questions. I know I'm grilling you, but you're doing a
That's
great
all right.
job
Oh,
here.
good. Thank you.
So one is, how would you define the word grit?
Working hard, rolling with the punches, staying strong, just having a tough skin, but still being nice and kind, but don't let things bother you.
Yeah.
So it takes, some people are natural with grit. I'm not. It took me a long time, but I feel good about it now.
Yeah. You're not giving yourself enough credit. If you're in this industry for 17 years, you're gritty, without a doubt. Now, what is one book that you've read? It doesn't matter if it was a long time ago or current, but just one book that you've read. And you can cheat, and I have some books for reference here in the studio that you look at. But what's a book that you read?
I tell you the truth. As much as I love to read, I don't have as much time to read books. I read a lot of magazines, articles.
Sure.
And finance things I read.
Sure.
But there was actually a book, and I can't think of the name of it now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. So give me an idea of like magazines, because people are big. Here's the reason why I'm asking this, and I know this to be true. Time is a commodity these days. People don't have an hour, 2, 3, 4 hours to sit down and to be free of distraction and dedicate time to read an entire book. So they like quick reads, something they can get through. Articles are great. They can get fed that way and then move on. So what is an article or something that you've read that like was pretty impactful? It's like, oh, this guy or girl said something pretty cool.
Well, I read a lot of just health
Yes.
articles and finance articles and constantly reading like a lot of little things. And I'm interested in kind of quick learning.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm not a big fiction person.
Yes. Okay.
I just am very stir crazy. I also listen to a lot of podcasts.
You do.
And
it's
on
become
talk
so popular,
radio constantly.
Yeah.
In fact, my family's very big talk radio people.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Oh, wow. All right.
So that's always been my thing.
Yeah. When are you going to have your own podcast then?
Well,
hopefully soon.
We'll talk.
Well, wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us.
Rob.
You are a pleasure. You're an incredible
you.
individual, and your kindness is infectious. So I appreciate being able to get to know you more. If you could do me a favor, you can look right into the camera there. I want you to endorse yourself. Tell everyone who you are, what you represent, where they can find you, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people wanting to come try to follow you.
Thank you, Rob.
Oh, you're welcome. Please go ahead.
Well, I'm Veronica Mannarino from Douglas Elliman Real Estate, and you can contact me at 516-318-3080. I cover all of Long Island, Manhattan to Montauk, and I'm a hard worker, and I'll work 7 days a week. You can always reach me. I'll call you right back. If I get your call and I can't pick up, I always call back. So I'm proud of my customer service.
Yeah. I'm going to help you out. I'm going to endorse you a little bit more. Is when selecting a real estate agent, I think you want someone who's accessible, someone who knows the inventory, but someone that you can trust. And I don't think many things can prove that, other than the fact that you've had people this year buy homes sight unseen simply because they trust you. So I think it's testament to your character and your hard work as a real estate agent. So clearly you're someone that people should be looking into.
Aw, thank you, Rob.
Oh, you're very, very welcome. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Yeah. So guys, listen, definitely go ahead, check her out. Check out the real estate scene if you haven't already done so. If you are interested in investing, this is a great time to do it. If you're interested as a first-time home buyer, I would say get into the market now. If you're looking to sell your home, you're going to get top dollar right now. I heard people are bidding above ask. So definitely, at the very least, it's always important to ask questions. Reach out to someone like our friend right here and to ask those questions to see if this is the right time for you to enter into the real estate game. But as always, guys, thanks for tuning in. And remember, don't fear the process and don't fear grit. We'll see you next time.